weekend emerger out of these floods, emerged a real live hero. He is 19-year-old Eric Malone, a championship jet ski racer who rescued 5 people around his hometown. The head of the area's emergency effort said that without Eric and his jet ski, the death toll would have been higher. And so joining us from Duncansville, Pennsylvania, is Eric Malone, and with him is the Director of Emergency Management for Blair County, Pennsylvania, Ray Waymer. Ray, let me talk to you first. I suppose this has been done before, using jet skis for rescues, but it's the first I've heard of it. What's the advantage in using jet skis?
It was really a first in Blair County for us, too. The advantage was that the jet ski was able to just skim over the top of the water. We had some really nasty currents out on that river, and Eric was able to use his ski to skim across the top and get to the people where our boats couldn't.
And so you simply called the jet ski shop yesterday and tried to borrow one?
The Claysburg Fire Department made the initial call. Their personnel felt that the ski would be able to get to some of the areas that we needed to make the rescues.
And Eric, I gather you were sitting in your dad's shop when they called, is that right?
That's correct. I was head off school that day. I go to Penn State Altoona campus. I was off, and I went to work at 9 o'clock, and they called around 10.
So you went out, I gather, several times yesterday on rescue missions. Tell us about the first one, because I gather there were 4 people that you had to go after there.
That's right. There was 4 people trapped in a trailer, maybe 200 feet off the highway, and there was no way they were going to get to those people. And I happened to be here and luckily be able to get them out of their home.
I don't know jet skis very well. Can you take the weight of a second person on a ski rather comfortably?
Pretty comfortable. The third person, which it is a three-seater, it's a little difficult, but it is able to handle it.
So you got 4 people rescued there, and then another one later on, is that right?
Yes. A couple miles up the road, they got notice over their walkie-talkies that there was a young lady that was trapped in the water, and she needed rescued.
5 successful rescues, and then I gather, tragically, 1 that didn't work. Is that right?
That's correct.
What happened?
It's a touchy situation. It was in a Lower Reese, out of town, and there was a man on a fence that was unable to get anywhere to safety, and there was also 5 families, so we attempted to rescue the man on the fence, and that's about what happened. Without going into detail.
I gather he was rather severely affected by hypothermia and just couldn't get pulled out, couldn't grab on, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Ray, how extensive is the flooding that you've got left there?
We've got extensive flooding throughout the Blair County area. We'll be overseeing it with Congressman Schuster today. Damage assessment teams will be coming in this week, and we'll be trying to figure up a dollar amount on the flooding. It's going to be extensive, though.
Long-term, jet skis pretty good for rescue operations?
It impressed me. He is on my resource list now. Eric will be getting calls from us again.
Well, a fine young man who did a terrific job. Thanks very much to both of you. 8 minutes after, let's get to Morton Day with the news. Morton.
You know, the state's